What's up, everybody? This your boy DJ, aka DJ the Kid, and you are now tuned in with the very first episode of The Movement Mic, where the rhythm meets the real talk. This isn't just another dance podcast. It's the go-to podcast where dancers are actually heard, empowered, and inspired. We keep it real, we keep it raw, and we keep it right on tempo, talking about the things that actually matter in our industry. Career moves, the culture, and just to fight for a better future. So whether you in the studio, on stage, or just vibing out, this is your mic, your movement. But before we dive in, dance family, please make sure you locked in with us. Show your love and support. Hit that like button, comment, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Movement Mic. Again, dance family, please show your love and support. Follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Movement Mic. We got plenty more coming. This is only the beginning. This is your mic, your movement. Let's go. So first, I just want to give a brief introduction to what the Movement Mic is and who I am. First of all, my name is Barre Jefferson, but I go by DJ. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I am a professional dancer, and I dance with a company called Cleo Parker Robinson Dance Ensemble in Denver, Colorado. The Movement Mic is an idea that I had been conjuring up for quite some time. It was an idea that started during time periods when I wasn't dancing, when I was really just trying to figure out life. I really wanted to give dancers a platform to be heard, empowered, and inspired. I feel like dance is just an art form that is overlooked, it's overshadowed, it's underappreciated, and I really wanted to, for lack of better words, I really just wanted to put dance on the map and show the beauty of the art form, and also bring awareness to the community. Today, for my first episode, like, this topic is very direct. I just kind of wanted to make it easy but insightful and informational. Today with my guests, I just want to dive into what does it actually take to be a professional dancer. And these episodes that I've kind of scripted thus far, they're all tailored to individuals who I have real relationships with and people who I just feel like are knowledgeable on the subject. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my first guest, Miss Chloe Abel.
Hello, DJ. This is so exciting.
How you doing, Miss Chloe?
I'm doing so well.
This is exciting for me too. I'm actually a little nervous. I'm very new to this podcast space.
This is so fabulous. I mean, there's cameras, there's lights.
I know, right? Thing. I got my sign up. I'm like stoked right now.
Yes, no, this is fabulous, DJ. Yeah. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you being my first guest as well. Like, you have no idea how much this means to me. Like, absolutely. I've been waiting so long to get this thing started, and now that it's finally here, I just don't know. I'm floored with feelings right now.
Absolutely. Well, DJ, it's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
I'm glad we've had such a fun, just like working together at Cleo's.
Yes.
And so, I mean, I'm Chloe-Grant Abel.
Yes. I was about to say, like, can you get the dance family a rundown of your resume real quick?
Absolutely. So, yes, so I'm Chloe-Grant Abel. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri. I lived in New York City. I danced at the Ailey School. I also worked, trained at the Kansas City Ballet School in Kansas City, Missouri. Let's see. I am a ballet dancer through and through. In my spirit, I love ballet so much.
So do I, by the way.
I know DJ is, yes, is, hold on.
I know it don't look like it, but.
Wait, taking class with DJ, y'all, he is in his ballet life.
Please don't
at the
tell
Paris
that.
Opera.
Because now they're going to be expecting videos and footage now.
I think we should.
Okay.
But yeah, so then I got my BFA in dance at the University of Missouri, Kansas City.
Yes.
Traveled to New York City, did the whole starving artist thing,
Ugh.
Tuna sandwiches, peanut butter, the whole vibe. Did that, loved it, got a call from a friend, and he's like, you should come and join Cleo Parker Robinson Dance.
For sure.
I was like, okay, I mean, Denver, I'm not sure how we feel about Denver, but
right.
Sure. Denver from New York City is like a whole nother world. So moved here from New York City to Denver, and 13 years later,
Yes.
Still here.
You've been in the company 13 years.
Yeah, so I was with so growing up, I started dancing professionally when I was 18.
For sure.
So
Early.
I was early, and I danced for a lot of local companies that actually were like starting out. So it's kind of cool to think like, I think maybe I was like kind of a founding member of this. But there was so Owen Cox Dance Group, Quixotic, which used to be Quixotic Performance Fusion, but now it's like a CERT company.
Okay.
Williams Henry Contemporary Dance.
Yes.
Love
We want to make everybody in the dance family knowledgeable about all companies.
Well,
put them on.
Exactly, because there's a lot of regional, like people think like I need to go to
a big company.
I got to go to Ailey. I got to go to Clio. I got to go to all these, different companies, but the regional companies are kind of where it's at.
For sure.
Kind of the vibe.
For sure.
So, dance for the regional companies, and then I moved to New York. Came out here to Denver, 13 years with Cleo Parker Robinson Dance Ensemble. I was their company manager and rehearsal director from 2017 to 2023.
Yes,
so,
I got to catch the tail end of that.
So exactly. Yeah, so I got to catch you DJ at the last part of my career. But so I've been able to see dance from a lot of different lenses. And now I am the school director, or not school director, sorry, the director of dance for a local public school.
Okay.
So I'm in education now. So I've had my professional life.
You got a resume.
I got a little bit.
You got a resume.
I know what I know, and I know what I don't know.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I just, I think I have a good amount of knowledge to offer to people. And,
for sure. Like
take
I said,
it or leave it.
like I was telling the dance family, like today's topic is very direct. It's my first episode, so like I really wanted to just be not basic, but just
give the information that people. I mean, if you're a dancer, typically you want to become a professional. I feel like that's just
where I should start.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Like, just to kind of like keep it broad.
Yeah.
So like I've broken this down, and dance family, you could let me know, like leave in the comments, inbox me, like let me know if I missed something or if you felt like something else should have been in there. Like, please let me know. Yeah, I'm open to it all. Like, so like I said, I've broken this down into different key points, different subtopics that I feel like you need in order to become a professional dancer.
Absolutely.
And so like the first thing that I have is the foundation. Like you gotta have a foundation. I feel like before you even can think about becoming a professional dancer, like you have to train. Like you have to train. And
absolutely.
Like you mentioned earlier, like when you was running down your resume, like that you love ballet.
Yes.
So my first question to you, Miss Chloe, is like, do you feel like ballet is the foundation of dance? Because I love ballet too, and coming up, like learning or that being my foundation, like, and that being taught to me by my teachers.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, that was kind of embedded in my head that ballet is definitely the foundation of dance. But how do you feel about that?
Right. So that is a common misconception or a common phrase that teachers say, ballet is the basis of all dance.
Yes.
Well, no.
Okay.
It's the basis of
Teach.
Western dances. Like, think about it.
Yes.
Modern, jazz. And it's not even the basis. Well, it sets the foundation. Let's say it like that. It sets the foundation for alignment, your placement, right? Like, a plie is a plie is a plie, right? The foundation of it stays the same. It's how you do it, that changes the style of it, right?
Absolutely.
But let's talk about hip hop.
Okay.
Like hip hop, that ballet is not the foundation of hip hop,
Absolutely
right?
not,
You know
right.
what I mean?
I feel you.
Sure, there's still a plie in there, right? The bounce or the top rock or whatever,
Indeed.
the jack and house. But it's not the basis. It's not the basis of West African. It's not the basis, right? It's more, that's for the Western style. So jazz and modern is what I think.
Got you.
But it sets you up, right? It sets you up.
I definitely believe so. Like, I fell in love with ballet. I don't know, ballet, it was the discipline that I needed at the time. Like, so, I grew up just coming. So basically, no, ballet is not the foundation of dance. It's only the foundation for Western
exactly.
dance.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I got you. So, and my next question is,
Yeah.
do you believe that like going to school is necessary in order to become a professional dancer?
Sure. So I think that's now parents don't get mad at me, but I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Meaning like college, for example, higher education. I honestly think that, is it necessary? No. Should you go to do higher education? I think so, because think about it. Think about high school DJ.
Oh my gosh.
17, 18-year-old DJ.
Man.
Who is that? You know what I mean? We don't know
He
who.
was hungry, though. He was hungry.
I believe
I
it.
will admit that.
Yeah.
He was hungry.
But like, know thyself, right?
Yes.
You don't quite know who you are as a dancer, right? You're just coming out of like the foundational part. And I feel like college or professional programs, like the Ailey School has a certificate program, right?
Yes.
It's not a college program, but it's more a dance. Like,
it's more geared
Dance
to that
focus.
professional route. So like
Exactly.
if you know that this is for sure that you want to do maybe like a training program or something like that.
If you don't,
might be okay.
I mean, college is great,
But not necessary. Okay.
But you don't. But not necessary. But I think that
Okay.
because some people who want to be in the commercial world, that's a whole nother.
Yes.
That's a whole.
And we're not excluding any kind of genre of dance.
Yeah.
Like we want to incorporate concert, musical theater, concert. I said concert.
yeah.
Commercial. Yeah.
Absolutely, because they all have their different. You need something different. It's like the foundation is the same, but you also need a little something different for commercial dance, a little something for concert dance. But I mean, at the end of the day, you have to. In order to get into a company, I would say you need to live some life, right? College is a great place to live life and make mistakes and learn who you are and gain that wisdom.
For sure.
So that you can.
I agree.
So that you have something. And when we probably talk about it later, but like artistically to give to the process.
For sure.
A baby,
For sure.
an 18-year-old Chloe had nothing to give.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't say had nothing to give, right? We've had pain. We've gone through pain. We've probably gone through heartache, but we haven't lived enough life. So, and I think also, it's where you go. It's also about your teachers, right? Like you could stay. You could go to Dolly Dinkle School of Dance, but if you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I got you.
Let's talk about this for a second. Why is Dolly Dinkle School of Dance the universal? Have you ever heard that?
I have heard that, but is that a real like?
It's not a real play, but
Okay.
it's just like the rinky dink little place like dance studios. They call them Dolly Dinkle, which is so terrible. And I'm not hating on small town studios, not at all, because those bring out some of the best dancers. I'm just saying
For sure.
that's just like a common thing, Dolly Dinkle School of Dance. But anyway,
Indeed. No, it's okay. It's okay.
yeah.
Is there any so like we talked about ballet being like the foundation of Western dance? Do you feel like there are any other genres of dance that is like a non-negotiable for somebody who's trying to be a professional,
Right.
professional? Like besides ballet, because I definitely feel like ballet is definitely a non-negotiable. Like if you're trying to enter the professional world or concert,
like modern.
let me specify
jazz.
concert. Yes.
Sure.
But is there any other genre that is like a non-negotiable?
I feel like this day and age, you really need to be a diverse dancer. Like you have to be able to do it all. And again, depending on which, I say like fill your toolbox, right? Fill it with all the tools so that if you do decide, oh, I want to go into commercial dance, but then I want to go into concert dance later, or whatever the journey is, you're prepared,
Absolutely.
right? Like you're ready. You have those tools in your toolbox. So taking as many different kinds of dance forms, I feel like is so important, because think about ballet companies. They're doing the classics, right? They're doing Swan Lake. But then
I just got finished doing Swan Lake.
Yes, exactly. But
with the
then they're
studio.
doing chroma, like, or they're doing more contemporary works, or they're doing works that involve more use of the body as opposed to just being straight up and down. I mean, diversity is key.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
diversity is key.
All right. So like we touched on the foundation. We definitely know you need a foundation. Like dancers, I feel like are very like high performance athletes.
Yeah.
No question. We got back-to-back rehearsals. You got to remember so much choreography. Just back-to-back performances. The list goes on.
Yeah.
Like from a physical standpoint,
Sure.
how much do you feel like strength? Sorry, my
Come on, Atlanta. Strength.
I'm trying to get right for the camera. How much do you feel like strength training is necessary for a dancer?
Definitely. Dancers, like, don't be afraid to touch the weight. Like, the weights are good. Strength training is necessary.
Indeed.
I used to be always so afraid to lift weights because I thought that I was going to bulk or I was going to. But you need strength training is so important. Cross training, because you need that that extra, right? You know, that extra concentration. Exactly. You need that extra concentration on those certain muscles, like your glutes or your quads. If you want to jump higher, right? You might need to do some extra,
I think
squats.
I could,
and
not
all
to
that
cut
stuff.
you off. I think I could definitely attest to that because, like, lately I've been in the gym, like, and more consistently than I feel like I've kind of ever been. And I will say that, like, for the first 3 weeks are hell. The first 3 weeks, like, that I was in the gym consistently, like 5 times a week, it was hell. But, like, I think once you get past that point, and also having, like, incorporating dance into, like, your daily routine, I feel like I don't know, it becomes almost like muscle memory.
Yeah, and I'm sure your body feels like you're
feels
ready
so
to
much
get into
better.
class.
Yeah. I don't have to do as much to warm up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel a lot stronger. I feel a lot stronger.
No, totally.
Yeah,
because probably your body's not having to take pliés to get yourself ready, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're already, those muscles are engaged, you're ready to rock. I mean, come on, injury prevention.
For sure.
Enhancing your that performance, strength, stamina, like, all of those things.
Touching on injury prevention just a little bit, like, do you feel like there's a like, what's the line between, like, burnout and fatigue?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah.
don't want anybody to get injured. So, like, how can you really establish the difference between the two?
I think that so burnout, right? Okay, so I think along with strength training, with cross training, like swimming, Pilates, gyrotonics, all of those different. Wait, have you ever tried gyrotonics?
I have. When I did the summer program, shout out the Lines. When I did the summer program, I did gyrotonics. It was amazing.
Gyrotonics is a great cross training exercises that you can do. But it's like knowing that, okay, I have got a tough season.
Yeah.
We are 4 weeks until show. We're hardcore every single
push.
day. You got to push, right? Maybe you're doing a little lighter workout in the day or at night, right? Maybe leg day isn't as intense. Come on, leg day, y'all.
I'm telling you,
right? Oof. Though when you just can't, like, it's like sitting down.
I'm knowing.
Pain.
Leg day is Tuesday for me.
Right,
Oh my
come on.
gosh.
Like, so it's just one of those things where it's you have to be a smart dancer about your body. Again, know thyself. You have to listen to what your body is telling you.
For sure.
And then it's lighter rehearsals, or we're on layoff. Let's cross train. Let's do it a little harder. So you're gonna burn out if you overdo it. If you push yourself too far.
For sure.
Because it's a mental thing as well.
Do you have like a secret workout or like a workout that you could give that you know that works for dancers?
Okay, so Pilates is great. I love Pilates. I actually started doing Pilates when I was 8 years old, which is I just remember we had our little stretch class, and they called it stretch class, but it was Pilates. We were learning Pilates, and I think about stuff like the 100 and all the exercises that I still do to this day. But Pilates is great. Gyrotonic.
I cannot get into Pilates.
I know it's a little slow.
I know Pilates is just like Pilates and yoga. Like, oh man, like I know it's beneficial. I know, like, dance family, don't get on me. I know how beneficial it is. It's just, and I like moving slow. Like, I actually like moving slow. It's like when it comes to, like, rehearsal and class and stuff like that. But yoga and Pilates, it just moves too slow.
You know what you got to do is you have to, like, first of all, you have to have your mind right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You got to put yourself in a meditative state. Like, okay, because let me tell you something, DJ. Some of those Pilates classes will kick your butt.
I'm knowing.
Only because it's just, like, so focused. You have to be very, like, internal, like, into your body to get those little muscles. But yeah, Pilates, swimming. I just learned how to swim. Swimming is great, low impact. But I think that those are the ones that I always go to. And then also you can like barre. Barre is hardcore, but those barre classes. But you can do your own barre. Think about it. Take a ballet barre and turn it into an exercise. Hold your grand plie in second and pulse.
Teach.
All those little things. You can
Indeed.
create your own exercise. And I do like Peloton.
Miss Chloe, like, not only do you have to have like a physical edge to you in order to be a professional dancer, like you have to be mentally tough and resilient as well. Like, there's things like rejection, perfectionism, criticism, and some of that stuff I know can like break even the best of a dancer.
Oh yeah.
Do you think the dance community in particular, like talks about mental health within the business like enough?
I think we're getting there.
Okay.
I think that we have started, at least like in education, for example, like certain things that you wouldn't say, that you shouldn't say to a dancer anymore. Like think about our training back in the day. Not trying to age us, but I think that our generation and back, we come from that old school generation, right? So like pull up.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, pull up. But when you tap someone's tummy and say, I can see your lunch.
Whew.
Like that, like
that's
think
sick.
about that. That's not okay. Like we shouldn't say those kinds of things to
I don't even
kids.
think dancers know, like, are conscious of like what that does to them over time.
Right.
For real.
No, like I agree. I think that it's embedded, right, in who we are as dancers, right?
Yeah.
Like it's embedded in our training, the discipline, all the things. Like it's like a blood memory. You know what I mean? Like
Indeed.
we deal with that kind of trauma on the day. It probably shows up differently than we even know. Like we don't even notice those kind of traumas and things that have been said to us. And so I think that nowadays, like now that I'm in education, I'm teaching young dancers. Like I try to avoid those toxic phrases or thing, like poking at kids' butts, like telling them to put your butt down. And it's like, well, my butt, that's not the right thing. Like, think about your alignments from the front of your hips. Don't put your butt down. I always tell the kids, I'm always like, your butt's not gonna disappear. You know what I mean? Like, it's there for a reason.
On the topic of perfectionism, like, how do you personally stay motivated to kind of move through a career where like it could be really mentally tough?
Yeah, it's that perfectionism piece. Like, that's just so deeply rooted in like a dancer's life. And I think that what I try to do is really give myself grace and say, it's okay. You know what I mean? I had a bad turn day. It's okay. Just like how I try to teach the kids, like, you've had a bad day, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to be on every single moment. It's a live art, right? So I think giving grace and giving yourself those pep talks, like, I'm human, right? I think that sometimes dancers, we forget that we're human.
Yeah. Do you think that's the best way to deal with like rejection as well?
I think so. I think that
Just give yourself grace.
Give yourself grace and know that, like, I'm very much. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in the energies of the universe, and I think that what's for you will be for you, right? So it's like maybe you didn't get that job because you weren't good.
Yeah.
You didn't get that job because it wasn't meant for you, or you didn't get that job because they were looking for a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, 5'4" dancer, and that has nothing to do with your ability, right? So we can always learn, right, from our mistakes, or not even mistakes. We can always learn from the rejection. I think
Absolutely.
that's what you do with it. It's about how you recover. If you sit and sulk and you're sitting in your corner and I'm terrible and I'm this and I'm that, like,
You gotta get up.
You gotta get up. You gotta keep pushing.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you was gonna quit though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think
Talk about it.
I think I feel like every dancer's had that moment where you're just like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I don't know if I can do this. But then, right, that love, this is what I want to do. But I think that as a dancer, those mental days where you're just not feeling it.
Yeah.
If you don't know, if you don't know what to do with that, right? It can snowball, and then that's when that burnout starts to happen, and that's when you're not, if you push those feelings down, right? You got to feel them.
Yeah.
I don't feel like dancing today. I don't feel like, you know what I mean? I don't want to do this right now. And that's
you know
okay.
What? It's crazy that you say that, because I have this this 80-20 mental thing in my head. Like 80% of the time I love dance. Like I'm super in love with it, but 20% of the time I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing this. Like I just don't feel like doing it. And I often, for me, I can't speak for all dancers, I often feel like, for me, when I kind of truthfully live in that 20, my turnaround time is a lot quicker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can come back to dance and truly love it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you've allowed yourself to feel it.
Exactly.
You feel the feelings. You acknowledge them.
It's like, I know what this means for me. So like I've had enough time to get through that for sure.
Exactly. The know thyself, right? You know that DJ has to feel these feelings in order for him to come out on the other side. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just that learning yourself and knowing what you need mentally. You know, where's the inspiration coming from? Like, as a professional, you know, people think like it's this glamorous job, and it's just like you tour the world, and you tour the world, right? But you see the hotel room and you see the theater.
I'm telling you,
that's about
rehearsal.
It. You know what I mean? You're in rehearsal and you're in the theater, you know. So it's just you've got to keep yourself inspired, you know, and that'll help with the mental. That'll help you get through those mental moments where you're just like, I can't do this. All
right, so Miss Chloe, all right, just to take a break from everything, I designed this like little segment in the movement, Mike, to hopefully be like a fun ordeal, and hopefully it'll just progress over time.
Okay.
All right, so I named this segment called the Barre Exam.
Come on.
And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out a word from the ballet dictionary, and you're going to have to spell it. Now, there is no prize if you win. There's nothing going to happen if you lose. But
yes, but if I lose, the whole dance community is going to know I don't know how to spell. Exactly. So you just have to deal with the shame of the dance community not knowing that you don't know how to spell. Perfect.
Okay. So, are you ready, Miss Chloe?
I'm ready.
Here is the Barre Exam. So, for your word, I am going to give you...
Come on, easy does it.
I'll try to be easy on it. I think this might be easy.
No, that's probably worse.
Here we go. Soutenu.
Oh, soutenu.
En.
Oh.
Tournant.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Soutenu.
Soutenu. En. Tournant.
Okay. Soutenu. Soutenu. Soutenu.
All right.
En. En.
All right.
Tournant. Y'all like my French accent? Tournant.
Okay. That was correct. That was absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Hopefully, as time goes on, I'm gonna try to make it harder, and I'm gonna try to develop it a little bit more, but I want to add that in there.
That was good.
Yeah, dance family, let me know if y'all like that.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
Yeah, let me know if it was lame.
No, that's really good. I mean, like, think about it. Like, first of all, the French language, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, we just butcher. I'm
telling you,
we butcher it.
Yeah, don't make fun of me because of my pronunciation.
Exactly, Lord.
Okay, so we touched on the foundation, we touched on the mental, we touched on the physical. I want to get in a little bit about navigating the audition process. Again, we're talking about what it takes to be a professional dancer. So we touched on a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What is the best advice you've ever received about auditioning?
Okay. I love
auditioning is sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
no.
But auditioning is nerve-wracking as hell. But we all know as dancers, like no matter how good you are, I mean, there are some cases where you could just kind of like, know people and you can walk through the door. But for most of us, like, auditioning is a must, and it's nerve-wracking. So what advice do you have?
Okay, I say, and I love this advice for many reasons, but one of my co-director at the school that I teach at, Terrell Davis, shout out, not the football player, ballet dancer. he would say, and he tells the students this, and I was like, yes, this is the best advice. Take it like a class. It's class. Like, think about it. An audition is class. You take class every day. Why would you do anything different than what you already do in class if you're taking class at that level, right? Why would, like, don't all of a sudden turn on this performance or this whatever for the audition, right? That's what you should be doing in class. That's when you start making weird mistakes and doing stuff because you're not being true to you. So take it like a class and vibe out.
Speaking of just like amplifying it, like how can dancers stand out in the audition without doing too much? You know, I think we all come across them dancers who like
doing the most,
who really turn it on when in auditions.
Yeah, and then you can tell
they'll do a whole tombe pas de bourrée glissade leap right in front of you.
Just like weird stuff that I'm just like, what are you like? This is not the good reason. You're not getting noticed for the right reasons. But I think for me, when I would work at when I was working at Cleo's and I was the rehearsal director standing on the other side, I always watched details. Who picks up the details? Even on simple things like tombe pas de bourrée.
Right.
So we normally put our arms in the effacé and we go tombe pas de bourrée.
Right.
Well, I would purposely go just a second when I would teach combinations for the audition to see who is going to fall back into their muscle memory and who purposely and who was paying attention to the fact that I did my arms in a la seconde. You know what I mean? Because then
attention to detail, for
attention
sure.
to detail, that's huge. And then because that tells me who that person is in the rehearsal process. Do they pick up details?
You feel like that's what directors are mostly looking for?
They're looking for that. They're looking for someone who's detail oriented, who has the drive, who can push themselves.
For sure.
The respect, the self-respect.
Off top.
All that, you know what I mean? The respect of the room, you know, honoring the space. How you even, like, think about it. Like, or I always notice this as well, how people walk into the space.
Yeah.
How they set their water bottle down.
For sure.
How they set their things down. Are they neat and tidy or do they have everything everywhere? Yeah. You know, like, those things are huge as well. And who they are as people.
Yeah. Indeed. Have you ever had like an embarrassing audition moment, or I won't say embarrassing. I'll say embarrassing or like your most memorable audition moment.
Okay. Story time.
Okay.
So coming from New York City, right? I'm coming from New York City to Denver. Okay, so dancers, if you've never been to Denver has this beautiful thing called altitude. All right, altitude is like, you know, elite athletes, Olympians. They come to Denver to train, right? In the altitude.
Yeah.
So we we train under altitude on the daily, right? So coming from High performance athletes. Coming from New York City, hadn't been dancing very much, taking classes a couple times a week, you know. So I'm not in that hardcore dancer. We know that hardcore dancer shape where you're just, it's not literal shape, but just more that feeling of you've been doing this for a minute, so it feels good. It doesn't feel as hard. So I'm coming here at Cleo Park Robinson Dance Ensemble. I'm coming to the audition. I'm like, okay, we got this. Number one, it was the longest audition of my entire existence. I was like,
I hate auditions like that. When they're like more than 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, it was like 4+. It had to have
Jesus,
been.
that's like almost,
And we did, that's, okay, so this goes back to my point.
Yeah.
This goes back to my point of being a diverse dancer.
For sure.
Okay, because we did a ballet bar. We did an adagio in the center. We did a Horton combo. We did a Graham combo. Ron K. Brown-esque kind of like vibe out. Dunham. Like, I'm talking about
the whole ham sandwich.
Whole ham with the cheese and all the stuff.
Everything on it.
Cooked. It was a panini.
We can't just do rep.
Right. Yeah. And then, wait. And then we did rep. But
we do rep.
But let me just talk about real fast the Dunham part, because it was like tuck, toe touch. If you've ever taken Dunham, you know you've done this.
Yes.
Tuck across the diagonal.
Oof.
Again, we go back to altitude. I am dying.
Yeah.
I am dying.
I can only imagine.
I'm feeling feelings I never felt before. My head is going crazy.
Who was giving the audition at the time? As a matter of fact, nope.
Well, actually, it was just kind of like how how we used to do it, like where
Yeah.
the dancers would
Oh,
teach the sections.
okay.
So it wasn't anything, it was multiple dancers.
Yeah, we don't want to
teaching
name
it.
drop or nothing like that.
No, we won't. But but it was a good audition. It was thorough.
Yeah.
It definitely showed me, okay, this is what this company is about.
Okay.
Which
is very very hardcore.
Everything hardcore. So I knew what I signed up for when I auditioned.
For sure. In a world where dance is constantly changing, like styles evolve, your body changes, like we gotta know how to move with it. Like what goes on through your head in spaces that are like completely out of your comfort zone?
For sure.
You gotta be willing to adapt.
You have to be willing to adapt. I mean, because dance, you're going to be in those positions where you're
For sure.
not in your comfort zone. I mean, until you settle into a space, it's going to be uncomfortable. The politics of the organization, politics of the dancers that you're dancing with. I mean, hell, just like thinking about if I'm going to take somebody's bar spot or not. You know what I mean? So you got to adapt, right, to the hierarchy. And then you also have to, I don't know, like, okay, so it's like, okay, ballet dancers with hip hop, right? Ballet down, right?
Indeed.
But,
like I said, I know I don't look like it, but I really do love ballet. You can
Ballet
check my resume.
But it's like, for real. But it's like one of those things. Then we're dancing for a company that does a diverse rep.
Yes.
It's a repertory company. You got to do, house. You're going to do house. So like that doesn't feel great. So it's like you have to, my brother, I have a great story, real quick story, but I was doing a musical and, I'm doing a musical and I'm thinking I'm a dancer. I'm just going to dance in this musical. Perfect. Like fabulous. I go to first rehearsal. They hand me sheet music.
Oof.
I was like,
where your voice at though?
Exactly. I'm like, who is this? Who is it? That's
what the voice doing?
Right. Exactly what the voice did. So, okay, DJ, I can sing.
Yeah.
I can't sing.
Yeah.
And I am not the singer. Just like, you're a dancer or you can dance. Those are two different, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Like, dancer, singers, sing, two different things. I can hold a note in the shower. Fine. So I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, I am going to have to sing. Like this is completely, like we're dancers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, dance in the sense of,
we don't use our voices.
I don't want to use my voice.
Yeah.
I'd rather
this
tell
is
you
why
with
we
my
dance.
vibe. This is why we dance. I'm like, okay, so my brother.
Which is is the reason why, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I probably already mentioned it, but this whole podcast space is still like, wow, like me talking and and for those who do know me, like this is very much out of my comfort zone. Like,
oh yeah.
You know me, Chloe. Like I don't. I know I'm kind of veering off a little bit, but it's just it's just like the fact that I'm doing this right now is. I don't know. The feeling is so indescribable.
Yeah.
Like the feeling is so indescribable.
But you're becoming the podcast host, right? You are taking on that. You're saying I'm uncomfortable. I don't like, but I am the host, right?
Yes. And this is something that I really, really wanted to do. Yeah. But I digress though.
No, but that brings me back though.
Yeah.
Because you are like, I am the podcast host. I got this. I'm doing this interview. Same thing. My brother gave me that advice. Be the singer.
Yes. Be the singer.
You
just gotta do it.
You just gotta do it.
You just gotta do it.
Be the hip hop dancer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever.
Be the host.
Be the host. Right.
This is like,
whatever that uncomfortable feeling is, it's like you have to turn it around and not do the negative self-talk.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do this.
That's what I'm bad at.
Exactly. And a lot of dancers are, because when we get in those uncomfortable spaces, like with improvisation, like a lot of ballet dancers, I shouldn't say ballet dancers, I take that back. Not a lot of ballet dancers, but I mean a lot of dancers who haven't had the experience, like with improvisation. That's an uncomfortable space. But you have to relinquish to the room. You have to release and know you got to be vulnerable. So all that to say with the musical story is I became the singer, DJ Child, and guess who got a mic? This girl.
Indeed.
Honey, and I was like, and I had to do.
Period.
I got that mic, and then I remember I was like, yes, I got this mic. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And then it really, last thing, but this is really tested me, is then we had to, we were doing mic check. I'm thinking, okay, we're going to sing a little song, all of us together. No, DJ, one at a time. We went up one at a time, said whatever line, if we had a line, said our line, and then he says, sing a little something for me.
I would have melted.
You, oh my God. Like, these are like, it'd be like saying someone, being in front of whomever and doing like, Kendrick Lamar, give me some rap lines. Yeah. You'd be like, what? That's what it felt like, being in front of all those people, like all the people they're singers, they're actors.
They do this.
They
for
do
real.
this. I don't do this. I'm doing it. So
that kind of brings me to my next question. Like, how important is it for a dancer to be versatile?
Yeah, you gotta be. I mean, especially if you want.
I don't mean versatile in just like dance genres. I mean like singing, acting. Like, how important is that?
Totally. I think that I think having that skill set is really,
for sure,
it's beneficial to you.
I think that's a way to build like your brand beyond being just a dancer.
Exactly. That put the tools in your toolbox, right? Like, and then you can use those acting skills, for example, when you're working on artistry. Like, how do you bring so that you're not putting this feeling on your face, or this emotion on your face, you're feeling it from the inside out, right? Mm-hmm. So that's acting skills. You know what I mean? You're embodying this character. So acting, singing, do it. The more versatile you are, the more opportunities you get.
For real. The more money you can make.
The more money you can make.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can make money.
Speaking of money, as a matter of fact, that's actually my next kind of subtopic. We got into the versatility. We got into like how adaptable you need to be. But talent and passion don't pay bills. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? And dance, again, unfortunately, it isn't the most lucrative career.
Right.
But I mean, we do it out of love and passion. Yeah. But like, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, talent and passion do not pay bills. Like, you gotta. I feel like you gotta have some kind of hustle. Like, my question to you, Miss Chloe, is it possible for a dancer to have a sustainable living just dancing?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes and no.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this. It depends on what you value, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are someone who likes to eat out every night, or likes to order their groceries, likes to take vacations, you know what I mean? If you like
you want the Gucci, the Louis, the Prada, the Fendi, you know what I'm talking about?
Go yard, you want all that stuff. Fine.
Let me stop.
Right.
I'm just playing.
That's fine. You can have all that, but you better be ready to work.
For sure.
On the outside of it.
I agree.
Teaching those private lessons, teaching those classes, working as a server, all that stuff, because it doesn't matter what you do, it's the lifestyle that you you have to have something that's going to support the lifestyle that you want.
Indeed.
Dancing professionally, I didn't make much money. Fine.
Yeah.
But I was resourceful. Okay, so
talk about it.
Think of just being cheat the system, right? Okay, so where do I need to shop at Whole Foods? Maybe not. Maybe I should shop at Aldi's. You know what I mean, or whatever.
I feel you. Get in where you fit in.
I can get the organic here, and I can. But these strawberries are $8. These strawberries are $4. You know what I mean? So it's like thinking of being resourceful. Smart about your money. Yeah,
being very financially smart. Like I'll say, like, I don't know, just kind of you got to be a hustler.
Yeah, you
like gotta. There's no other way. There's no other way around it. I mean, me personally, like I kind of mentioned briefly earlier, like I had periods of time. I had gaps in my in my dance career where I wasn't dancing, and when I was trying to figure things out, like my environment, I'm trying to figure out a way to put this without like.
No, I feel like be raw, real.
You should I be real?
I think so. I mean.
Well, look, I'm gonna be raw and real. I come from the trenches, man. Like I come straight out the trenches, out of Atlanta, and it ain't no cap in my rap when I speak on that. People who know me, if you know, you know. But I know, just coming from a hustle mentality.
Yep.
Like, like when I decided to take dance on as my profession and do this, like, 100% full out every day, I knew that I was gonna have to have some other things to kind of support me, and I was okay with that.
Yeah,
I was like, I wasn't delusional about that. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. Wait, that's the point, DJ. Delusional. You have this thought in your mind. Oh, this is gonna support me. This is gonna do this. That's that young dancer thought. Like, oh, but
you got to be like a prodigy or something like that.
Or you got to be dancing for a top, a company that has that kind of budget.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Like there's companies out there that, you can make a pretty penny.
I feel like for sure, like understand your circumstances, understand your contract. And Yeah. Understand your contract, because it may be a place that you really want to dance, but they may not be supporting you in the financial ways that you may need.
Exactly.
But if you love it and if you're passionate about it and if you're willing to make it work, that hustle mentality has to kick in, and it has to kick in the high gear, especially if you want it to not be effective on your mental health. Because like I know from experience, again, just from working with a company and having jobs that I completely hate, that doesn't make me want to go into the studio. That doesn't make me want to dance. Like that weighs on me. That weighs, again, going back to the mental health. Like that weighs on your mental so much. Like so much. So like I feel like the key to finding or being sustainable as a dancer is find your hustles.
Exactly.
Find your hustles. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know you don't like to deal with people, you probably, like, being a server probably shouldn't be your side hustle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to do something from home or something like that. But like for sure.
Yeah, and think about the ways to make money quick.
Yeah.
Private lessons, right? I don't know how much people are charging now, but
average $40, $40 an hour.
Privates are like $80
depending
to $100.
I feel like depending on your level. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
and what, if you're who you're working with.
Yeah, who you working with. That's why I say average, like a private, like, if you're doing like Tyler's Mom or something like that, $40-$50, like, and then be workable, like,
and
like,
also
be workable.
That's a quick.
You might charge $80, but like, you might like this person, so like give them like,
a deal.
Yeah, they might keep coming back. That's how you create the hustle. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
For sure.
Totally.
Going back to the contract idea, have you ever had to negotiate a contract?
I
feel like that's an uncomfortable zone for a lot of dancers.
That's what I was just going to say. That's a very uncomfortable. I'm not someone. Let's say this. When I was in my younger days, stop it. Right.
Can we stop it right now?
I am.
Let's stop it.
Almost 40. But when I think about my younger days, that was hard because I didn't. Going back to how we were trained, the toxic way we were trained, right?
Yeah, that old school way.
Old school, you don't ask questions, you get what you get, you don't throw a fit kind of vibe, you know what I mean? Like, it's
take the correction and be quiet.
Take the correction and be quiet. Or it's like you should be honored to dance for me.
Yeah.
When you join company. And
I definitely know the feeling for sure.
So that's what it feels like. So you're just like, oh, I'm just so grateful. Like that's that little dancer inside of all these professions. Like, oh my God, thank you for the opportunity. Like that's what it feels like. But it's like, wait, hold on, slow down. And now as I got older, I'm like, wait, I have to think about, well, number one, I'm a parent. I have to think about my child. I'm a single parent. I have to think about my child, right? I've got to think about making sure that there's food on the table. Like there's all these things that you have to think about. So when negotiating contracts, think about where you're living, right? Yeah. What city you're in, and how much is rent? Like think about your basis.
Not to cut you off. I think that like that's the when it comes to negotiating contracts, I feel like it's important to really target the stuff that you actually need. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like don't, and like I said, Dance Family, you can comment, like I said, like let me know what you think. But when negotiating the contract, I feel like you kind of touched on, like it's important to talk about like, okay, understand how much you're getting paid from this contract.
Right.
Understand how much the cost of living is going to cost out there. Like, do you have a car? Like, are you paying a note on that car? How much is that going to cost for you to move around a little bit? Right. Like, if not, like, what does public transportation look like? Like, how does what the company or whatever the dance organization is paying you, how does that relate to your lifestyle?
Exactly.
Like you mentioned? Yeah.
What do I need that's going to make me do my job well.
Exactly. If I'm worried about paying my rent because of how much I get paid here, then like I'm not gonna want to be in class. I'm not gonna want to. I'm not gonna want to do nothing.
Exactly. Going
be thinking about how I'm gonna pay my rent.
Yeah, you're worried about that. You're worried about, and then if you, let's say you do have to do a side hustle, right?
Yeah.
Which most dancers do have to do a side hustle, but it's like how hard do I have to hustle?
Yeah.
Right. Like
do I have to leave rehearsal and then go work till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night?
Like, do you and are you willing to do that for this contract price, right? So it's like, oh, I only want to hustle I only can hustle so much. So I need that to be supplemented in my contract, you know? Food.
Absolutely.
I mean, how much is a loaf of bread now? A thing of eggs. Like, Lord have mercy. And then your electricity, your water, like all of the necessities that allow you to live, those expenses should be thought about when you are
negotiating the contract.
Right.
For sure. Miss Chloe, we talked about a lot. We got into a lot. I want to touch on like a little bit of the artistry side of things.
Right.
Like, you know, we know there's technical mastery and then you have artistry.
Yeah.
You know, and we know there's a clear difference. Both are beautiful, but I think there's a clear difference between the two. Like,
yeah, because I think that like okay, so I think let me go back and bring it all full circle. Technique to me, I feel like everyone has like a different definition of technique or what they mean by technique. But for me, I feel like technique is the rules. Like those are the rules that get me from A to Z. Like that in hip hop technique, you know what I mean? Yeah. Ballet technique, modern technique, jazz, East Indian. There's a technique to it, right?
Right.
Those are the that's the foundation, that's the rules. Just like when we're speaking, we have grammar, right? Grammar, pronunciation, all of that stuff. Those are the rules to speak. The artistry is the how, right? It's the descriptive words. Like we could
like the coloring.
It's the coloring. Yeah. Like we can both write the same story. Your story is going to feel and sound different than my story.
I guess my question is like, how do you bring that technical mastery to the stage to transform it into artistry?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like technique,
or does that happen through only experience?
I think that it's all of the above, right? So you've got the foundation with the technique, the rules, right? And the technique also is like there's the transitions, right? And transitions to me are what make movement dance, right? There's movement and there's dance,
for sure,
in my mind. What makes movement dance is the transitions, you know, not just pose, it has to be like a sentence. It's gotta flow, and I feel like that's how we use the technique to then take the artistry and add to it. Like that's the story, that's the intention, that's the feeling that we want the audience to feel. And I think that comes with life experience. So going back to education, if you want to go to college, right, or not college, or pre-professional programs, whatever is going to feed you in your life to be able to offer that to an artistic process.
I got you.
Because when you're working with a choreographer, they're not just throwing steps at you, right? There's an intention, there's a feeling, there's something that they want you to conjure up in order to get the audience to feel that way or see it a certain way or whatever. It's not like facials, like I guess that's the new thing, like facials. It's not putting on a face. It's feeling that feeling from the inside out. Yeah. And that's what creates this, which then creates the artistry, the colors.
It sounds like a much deeper feeling. So how do you
get there?
How do you maintain that feeling? Especially like when you've done something like 100 times, like when you've done a piece like so many times, like how do you maintain that intent?
Yeah. So reinvent it.
For sure.
Think about pliés at Barre or in modern or in jazz. Right, we do pliés. We've done a million pliés, but it's how we experience that plié, right? How so thinking about works that we've done over and over, thinking about the different approaches. Maybe I'm coming at it from like changing the angle that you're coming at it, or maybe it's you're feeling it a certain way, right? You're feeling it the same way, but you are getting there from a different route, right? Like
For sure.
Instead of going
I feel
here,
like
we're
all
going
of that,
up and down and around.
Yeah, all of that adds to that extra oomph to becoming a professional dancer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because dance is just dance. It's
Right.
just movement. Like art, the more you utilize and learn how to tap into that artistry, which comes from who's on the other side of the space, right? Who's coaching you? Who's trying to pull that out of you? It becomes easier and easier.
For sure.
Because you decide you want to be vulnerable.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So speaking of that, like, or just like, or having, just thinking that, like, yes, how artistry adds to the importance of being a professional, like, it's important to be easy to work with too. You know what I'm saying? It's important to have a certain type of professionalism when you're in the studio.
Right.
And we've all worked with, like, you know, that dancer that is probably, and you know what sucks about it? Like, sometimes those dancers be so good.
So good.
But like,
So good.
those dancers be some of the most, I don't even want to say it. I'm gonna try to keep it PG. You know what I'm saying?
But
we know we've all met those kinds of dancers.
Yeah.
They're so good, but they're just not pleasant to work with.
The divas are divas.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's a like, what's a non-negotiable, like another non-negotiable when it comes to just being a professional in the studio or in the dance business?
Respect.
Off top. I agree.
And also,
I agree. All around the board, to your peers, to the dancers, to the person who does the lighting,
exactly,
to all of them.
The janitor that cleans up your locker room, like,
absolutely,
all of that. You have to maintain, like, you have to make sure you're just respectful and a good human being. I think, again, going back to the audition process, like, that's why I think interviews are so important with auditions. Like, when you're in that last step to hiring someone, I want to know who you are. If you're kind, like, because then that is what creates the culture, like, or helps create the culture, maintain the culture, influence the culture. Like,
for sure. Because right now, I feel like, you know, like, again, like, I feel like dance is just like, I don't know. Some people have their ideas. I feel like right now, I mean, there's a little bit of dance culture that is a little bit like, you know, I'm better than you, or like I'm like like my S don't stink. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's that weird
that's why I'm doing this. That's why I want to do this podcast, to kind of shift that culture a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like just bring it a little bit more together, and like, let's be honest, like, you don't get paid enough to, like, be looking at nobody in that kind of way. No. Like, to kind of shape the culture in that way. Yeah. Like, let's be quite honest. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's the difference between making art and it being a sport.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we athletes? We definitely are athletes.
For sure.
But it's not a sport in the sense of there's like this.
Yeah, there's nothing being judged.
There's nothing
like,
to win.
Yeah.
The win is.
It's no competition for real.
There's
like,
no competition.
Yeah, there's nothing to win.
Healthy competition, I think, is fine, right? Like, you know, I feel like I used to always love when I was an apprentice at Kansas City Ballet. You know, the boys would have their this is like a little memory I have, but like they'd have their little turn competitions right at the end of class, and just being
shout out to my ballet bros. They know who they are.
Yeah,
we used to do that all the time.
So fun
at UNCSA.
Yeah, it's healthy competition, right?
Indeed.
It's not that.
Sorry, shout out to University of North Carolina School of the Arts. Again, like we want to, here at the Movement Mic, we want to make everybody knowledgeable. We want to put all institutions to the forefront.
Absolutely.
Again, we're broadening this whole genre. So again, my bad. I ain't gonna cut you off.
No.
Anytime a school name pops up,
yeah, we should shout it out. You should shout it out
for sure.
But I think the competition in the sense of where it becomes toxic. Like, you're creating a toxic environment. Like, at the end of the day, if you're in a company, that's your team. Like, think if you want to go sports, like, that's your team. Y'all are working together to win the game. Y'all are working together to have a great performance. It's a and so being that respectful, kind individual is only going to push the group further.
Yeah. Have you ever had experience working with difficult dancers or should I say, or I'll even add another little twist in there, like difficult dancers or like difficult directors, or because that's a thing too.
Yeah, exactly. I think that yes. And yes.
Yeah.
I feel like you'll have those moments in life where everything feels like, oh, this is perfect. I got the best director. I've got the best. And then there'll be moments where you're like, you know what I mean? It's like a family, right? People's true colors. Yeah, or their true colors start coming out. It's like a family, you know what I mean? Like you like you love your brother, right? And then sometimes he drives you crazy or whatever.
For sure. I feel you.
It's a family, and it's and if you're lucky enough to dance for a company where it feels that way, it's really beautiful. But all that to say is that you have to maintain that, like, blinders on, straight and narrow, the nonsense, the BS that this person is bringing into the space, you have to block it out and only help the situation, right? Like, don't feed it, don't gossip, don't start the rumor
no chatty patties.
Come on, chatty patty.
If you know, you know.
Exactly. Like, don't be that person.
Yeah,
Put
man. Yeah, for sure. I was just about to ask, like, if there was any takeaways that you can give the dance family about just like maintaining a solid professionalism, if this is something that you want to do.
Yeah, I think that first you have to make the decision, right?
Yeah.
And understand your why. Understand that this is not the most glamorous lifestyle. It's going to be hard. It's going to suck. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to hear no's. I think that we get lost in this butterflies and rainbows, like especially kids who are at studios, who might be the best at their studio. Fine. What is it? A big fish in a small pond or whatever. But then you go off to LA and honey, there's about 10 of you and that can do all that. You're now not the best in that place. And I think that for a lot of young dancers, it's that being able to survive that shock. That shock of like, oh my God, like I'm not the best. There's
I think I had that a little bit when I went to school. When I went to UNCSA, I was just like, oh snap! Like, I was definitely a small fish in the ocean.
Come on,
in the ocean.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I moved to New York. Like, it's a tough. So being honest about the profession, have a solid mentor.
For sure.
That can help guide you and talk you through those tough times. Because I think that going, again, mental health, having someone to talk to when you're dealing with the hard parts of the professional life, that's key, because they'll be able to get you through and get you to the other side of it. Because again, like, it's those moments usually are pretty fleeting, right? Like, it's like you have those moments of, gosh, this really sucks. But if you push through, just get through, you're going to come out on the other side stronger.
You. For sure. Because, like, without the love and passion for it, like, the work and the stress, like all of it really kind of outweighs the reward. So like, we're gonna wrap up in a little bit. I know you gotta go. I know you got a son to get to.
I'm having a good time.
I think also what I want to incorporate is I want you to finish this sentence. Just to give like the dance family a little bit of inspiration.
Okay.
I love dance because
it allows me to feel. Allows me to be
that's deep.
Present.
That's deep.
In the moment. Like, that's all you have. Think about dance. The present moment is all you have in dance.
For
those
sure.
Seconds. Because once you get off stage or once you get out of class, like, that's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like you have to be so fully present and in your body in dance and really fully feeling. And
I agree.
You shut off the noise. It's like a meditative state.
No, I agree. Just to attest to that a little bit, like, I spoke on it again. I spoke on it briefly earlier. There was I fluctuated a lot throughout my career. That ain't no secret. There was like periods of times when I was dancing, then I wasn't dancing. Then I was dancing, then I wasn't dancing. And during those periods that I wasn't dancing, it was
What did you feel? Like, did you feel like
I
empty,
think
or?
you know what, and it's crazy, like, because I was just thinking about what I was feeling during those periods of times, but like it's hard to even pinpoint what I was feeling. Like I feel you. I understand you when you say like I love dance because it makes me feel. Because like I guess I want to say like during those periods of times when I wasn't dancing, I wasn't feeling anything. Like, you know, like I mean, I guess in a general sense, that might be hard for the audience to understand like right now, but like I don't know, it's just like when I didn't have that love and that passion and that something to kind of propel me a little bit, and when I was just like, you know, trying to figure out life,
You're just going through the motions.
I was kind of like F my feelings a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I was just like kind of just trying to get through it, but like
Exactly.
I feel you when you say like I love dance because dance makes me feel. That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, I never thought, I don't think I have ever been able to put it into words, but yeah, that's.
I think I think that says enough. Like I say, like I always say, if you know, you know. Like if you're a dancer and if you heard that, you know exactly what that means for sure. For sure. Okay, Miss Chloe, we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
But before we end, there's another segment that I wanna wrap up with, and it's a popular segment that I see that are amongst a lot of podcasts, and it's basically, what is your Mount Rushmore of dancers? It could be past, it could be present. Anybody, peers.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me think. I think I'm not gonna go popular. I'm not sorry to say popular. I'm not gonna go like, these are probably like names that people may not know.
That's cool.
But you should know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Shout
I'm gonna go mentors.
Okay.
So shout out my Mount Rushmore. I get 4, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go Deanna Hyatt.
Okay.
So Deanna, I had I don't know, like just she is the fabulous teacher, and she is like one of those teachers that has, she taught me at the University of Missouri, Kansas City, UMKC, shout out, she's still there.
Indeed.
She has taught me most of what I teach to this day. Lessons and things in my classes have been inspired by her words and who I am and how I am as a professional.
For sure.
So Deanna Hyatt, she
shout out
danced
Deanna.
for Ailey, fabulous, deeply rooted. We danced together at Williams Henry, beauty. Tiny little muscle strength. Let's see. Sabrina Madison Cannon, who's in Oregon. She was another one of my professors, so shout out to her. Can I combine two? I'm gonna combine two.
For you, I will.
Official?
For you, I will.
Let me go old school. So old school, the old school Kansas City Ballet. Shout out Kansas City Ballet. Let's go. Sean Deuce, who still teaches there. He was one of my teachers. That's why I can beat and jump like a crazy one.
For sure.
That's all him.
Yeah. And no cap, by the way. No cap.
And
There's
Karen
no cap
P.
in that
Brown,
rap.
which I think she passed not too long ago, but Karen P. Brown is, sorry, let me just give one little moment about her, because she is one of my teachers. She was the school director, and then she was the ballet mistress at Kansas City Ballet. She is the person who pushed me, made me know that, like, she saw me, she knew I was the underdog, and she knew that I was gonna do something. Like, she just really believed in me and pushed me.
Yes,
So Kimber Brown,
it's necessary.
and then last but not least, the one, the only, Cleo.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Robinson.
Cleo Parker Robinson. Shout out to Cleo Parker Robinson. That's where I'm dancing currently right now.
She's up there for
Chloe,
sure.
Chloe, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you for being my first guest. This is absolutely amazing. I'm so very much grateful for you and your patience and your kindness and just willingness to work with me. This has been an honor, and I'm super appreciative of this. Like, this is I can't even. Like I keep saying, it's an indescribable feeling.
Yes.
And thank you for being a part of this. I really appreciate it.
And thank you for trusting me with again, absolutely. like I say, I know what I know, and that's all I can give you.
Yes.
You know?
I got you.
Right.
And I trust you.
Awesome.
Well, guys, that is a wrap on today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, but the conversation doesn't stop there. Keep dancing, keep moving, and keep making noise for the change that you want to see. Dance Family, hit us up. Like, comment, follow us on Instagram at The Movement Mic. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Movement Mic. We got plenty more coming. This is only the first episode. Again, this is your mic, your movement. Peace.